It's live. I'm gonna go ahead and head to the Coliseum because it's welcome week, and I thought flight rising would be a pretty natural thing to do in such a holiday. Also, happy Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving to those of you who are in Canada. Alright, let's just go to the Coliseum. We already have 4 referrals on Flight Rising that have joined in this welcome window. So welcome to all of you, and let's just head straight to the Coliseum. Going to organize the party. We're going to be leveling up a dragon today. We're going to be leveling up Lubalin. So I've got 2 like that, 1 like that. Hey, how are you doing today, Chief Muddy Paws? Welcome to the live stream. We are heading to the Coliseum now. We're gonna go straight to the kelp beds. I don't think I've done like any of my dailies on Flight Rising yet, so I'm kind of just jumping into the Coliseum for the sake of doing so. But I'm going to go like do my gathering, etc. very shortly. Yay! Hi there, Shortys Gaming Hub. Welcome. Happy Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving to everyone. I'm not in Canada, but I just received a comment on Instagram that Buffy will not be joining us because it is Canadian Thanksgiving. So I'm just saying blessings to everyone on this very, very serious holiday that I take very seriously. How is everyone doing on this fine Saturday? Everyone registering for flightrising.com, I hope. One of my favorite games, or checking out my new Patreon. Both of those are appreciated. I'm gonna like 10 minutes get some feedback on like some phrasing on my Patreon because I'm recording my video later today. So the sun's up and the lighting looks very natural, and I just want to make sure that it's pretty pleasant. Oh my gosh, Shorty's Gaming Hub, what time is it there? If you're from Australia, that means it's pretty late in the evening, right? No Thanksgiving for you. But there's some Australian holidays that we don't celebrate, right? I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's go ahead and do my dailies. We're gonna gather items. Oh my god, it's 5 a.m.? You are a hardcore squadling right there. Thanks for joining us today. In the future, I want to do like an additional live stream each week at a time that's more international friendly. So like maybe like when I come home from work in the evening here, perhaps it would lend itself more readily to a live stream for international audiences. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is get our hunting, fishing, and insect gathering out of the way. Hey there, Toy Plus, how are you doing today? Welcome to the live stream. We are running through our Flight Rising dailies very quickly, as it is part of the Flight Rising game design. I have like more than enough fish right now. Like strangely enough, all of the dragons that I have are like meat eaters and insect eaters, and that's about it. Also, has anybody downloaded PewDiePie's Tuber Simulator? Absolutely fantabulous game. Oh, so on World of Warcraft, you guys raid on Sundays? Okay, alright. I'm glad to hear that, so that way you could tune in. I know that raiding schedules are very important. I used to play a little bit of World of Warcraft in my day. But yeah, so if you guys have PewDiePie's Tuber Simulator, you should add me. My username, quite surprisingly, is Bonkish, and I send lots of gifts and rewards to people, so It'd be cool if you did the same for me if you want to. Toy Plus. Oh, hey! Toy Plus, your name is Julie? What an excellent name. Wow. All my dragons are mainly seafood eaters or insect eaters. Yeah, so I went through this like huge codal phase. I say phase, but it was like 2 or 3 years where like I only had codals in my lair. Thankfully, I have a little bit more of a variety now. I've grown out of it a little bit. But because of that, you know, I had this huge dependency on seafood, and seafood is so expensive in the first place because all of, you know, the really cool dragons eat seafood. So I gathered up a skink, and skinks are like expensive, like hella expensive on Flight Rising. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move that to my vault. I think I have one of the skink familiars. I'm working on the other one right now, and then I'm just gonna convert all of the rest of these before we go to Baldwin's Brew. Toy Plus, what is your Flight Rising username? Also, we've got 6 viewers in the house. Welcome, everyone. It's so early to have so many of you. It's 5 minutes into the stream. Okay, so now we are going to, hit up the nesting grounds. I haven't done that yet. Okay, Idson and Mimi might be hatching a nest today, depending on whether or not we have a nest to replace them with. Lalace. Yeah, I know you. I'm very familiar with you. I recall that username so many times over. Okay, and then yeah, oh my gosh, I have so many wild claws. Well, I used to. To tell you the truth, I think my wild claw population is very depleted. But I love wild claws. And hi, Helena. How do you pronounce it? Helena. Yeah. And so we're gonna check my spreadsheet to see if I have any dragons to put on to breed. Alright, let's do this. Everything in my life is defined by spreadsheets. Okay, so Raffle there. Helena. Okay, alright, no, definitely. It's a pretty cool name. Alright, so let's see. So on October 6th, we could breed Apparel and Karen. Funny story, I actually met a dude named Karen at a YouTube event like a couple months ago. And he was like really cool, and like I wanted to get his YouTube information to like subscribe to his channel, but he like sprinted out at the end of the class, and I was just like, dude, like that's at the end of YouTube events, like usually like you form like these little circles of people where you just like pass around your smartphones and subscribe to everyone's channels. It's like super dorky, but I love it. And I was bummed out that he did not participate in that activity, even though his YouTube channel did not really seem to have much direction going on with it. The whole point of me looking at my phone was to try to figure out it's the 9th, so I can breed, like any of these dragons. Ooh. We're going to start with Karen and Apparel. Ahoy there, being of Nature Shadow, and yes, Mutant Canuck, I definitely deserve to be in Lightning Flight. However, I think my next flight is going to be Ice Flight, and I think I'm going to be making that transition next live stream. So, I mean, stay tuned for that. But, yeah, so like Spreadsheet's very natural fit for me. I love being a member of Lightning Flight. Okay, so we're gonna hatch these BBs and see what's going on. Oh, they're like, ooh, so aesthetic. This one right here, aesthetic, the bottom one. Yeah, that one right there. Aesthetic AF. So about pricing your dragons that are not phase or codals, I was thinking my next video is Flight Rising themed. I think I released a lineup that was like not exactly specific of what my lineup should be, and my next video is going to be Flight Rising, and I was thinking about doing like actually like a serious dragon pricing one. Like I usually am like very like devil may cry about like pricing my dragons, but like there is like a strategy to do so. So I think I was going to do a video about selling dragons. And yeah, so I love Lightning Flight. I really enjoy it, but like I've been playing this game for so long that I'm just ready for like any kind of change. Hi there, Alice, and hey, Dan. No, you guys haven't missed like anything. Like frankly, I just got started. We've got a comment on the user page, and since this video started, we've gotten one additional referral on Flight Rising. Yeah, so if you guys could do me a favor and check out my Patreon, I think at like 2:15 I'm gonna like ask for some feedback about it, and I just want to know what's going on, what you guys think. But yeah, hi there, Therna. Thank you for being my friend. I just started today, and can you look at my dragons familiars? So we're gonna look at Wolf Eclipse 510's familiars, and I don't know if they mean they're bestiary or like, ooh, okay, I see. So just started today, literally 3 hours ago. And yes, and so they have an otter. What is this called? This is a river flight. Yes, I'm so good at this. So it's a gray river flight. Ooh, that is such a pretty dragon. Do you see that? Like those colors? Oh my god. And the eyes even match. Everything matches. Do I have any bog snakes yet? I do not have any bog snakes yet. Ooh, wow. All of the tertiaries for these dragons are just like so spot on. So yeah, these are great familiars to match with. What was that? Do I have any bog snakes? I do not have any bog snakes yet. Sell old dragons mostly. They're slow to sell. Yeah, like dragon sales, I think I made like a really like tongue-in-cheek sarcastic video about this, but like you should not rely on selling dragons to make your dragon treasure, because it's just, it isn't going to work. Yeah, both of these dragon starters are really great. But anyways, it's not a reliable source of income, but it is a source of income. And there definitely are ways to like very strategically sell your dragons. So yeah, both of these dragons are like great, like such good starters. Like that's intimidating. But what am I gonna do? I also sell a good deal of my familiars. Like that's my main thing on Flight Rising, is like selling items, especially but not limited to familiars. Grab bags. Oh, hey Cynthia, how are you doing today? So like low key, Cynthia has like the sassiest comments on my videos, and like it always like cracks me up, and I'm just like, oh, she noticed me. But hey there, Kayla, and then yeah, doodling memes. Yeah, so if you want to sell your dragons, it's always a good idea to develop characters around those dragons and then like auction them on Tumblr. You know, like advertising works when it comes to selling stuff. Like letting people know that your stuff is out there definitely helps. How many souls would I have to reap and sell for a bog snake unhatched egg? So many. Like, frankly, I'm not at the level in Baldwin's to even hatch or brew and whatever the bog snake stuff is. I was just going to wait until the price decreases, and I think it's a 25-day cooldown on bog snakes. So I think like 50 days from the launch day, their price is gonna just completely deplete. So then that's when I'm gonna start getting bog snakes. But yeah, art and lore really help sell dragons, but also like strategic pricing can help out a lot. I mean, worst case scenario, you could always exalt dragons that are not selling. Sorry if sorry if you guys are not Flight Rising players. Like the one upside to me focusing on Flight Rising today is if you're not a Flight Rising player but you want to try it out, Welcome Week is ongoing. I just kind of planned that this video today would be like all dragoning about. So let's see. So I was trying to structure my Baldwin brews to getting the most experience, and I think I need to make like an irradiated supply or something. Let's see if I can make these guys right here. Nope. Nope, I'm missing everything still. Okay, alright, let's see if I can make this. Alright, so I am not yet able to make those items. So let's go ahead and throw, I think that was other that I need to reduce for. Alright, so we're jumping over to Patreon anyways, but I was just told to check Patreon, so let's see what's going on here. Let's go ahead and refresh. And so I was wanting to get some feedback on the way everything is going, so definitely let me know. It's not saying that I have any patrons yet. Oh, hold on. What are these notifications? What does it say? Okay, got it. Oh my god! Shortys Gaming just pledged $35 a month. Thank you. Oh my god. Wow, so I was like low-key comparing my Patreon success to like other creators I know, and thank you so much. You just made it so I surpassed them. I don't know how long it takes for it to clear here, but thank you so much. So like the first thing like I wanted to go over with you guys, like I don't know if you care. Oh, Helena wanted to know if I'm ever gonna go into user-made accents. So to tell you the truth, I have like a low-key draw sometimes. I'm a doodler. Some of my Neopets videos go into this, that like I used to have a lot of original characters and that like I love to draw. But I haven't done any on Flight Rising. I would like to get into that. Like I thought that like it might be like some kind of fun like monthly thing for people if I like release an accent every month. But yeah. Oh, can I add Tuber Simulator? Can I check Tuber Simulator? So the way it shows up on Tuber Simulator, yes, it showed me that you added me. What is your username? Thank you so much, JFR. Yeah, so I want to like call this out on my Patreon video that if you can't afford to back my Patreon, like that's totally fine. I get it. Like I went to college. I have a full-time job now, but I have tons of friends who don't, and you know they work at like Starbucks, and like I get that disposable income is not a thing that everyone has. So I want to put it like in my Patreon that like if you can't financially support but you still want to support my channel, that I would really appreciate you turning your ad blocker off while you're watching my YouTube channel, for like a good many reasons. Like low-key, I work in advertising and digital marketing, so like I completely understand the importance of using ad blocker, but I also understand the necessity for ads, and frankly, because I work in digital marketing, I know that I sell huge segments of people, and YouTube channels that appeal to a large segment of people therefore do the best financially. However, my channel doesn't appeal to a huge generic audience. Like, we are more than just a tiny demographic, you know, because this channel is defined by interest instead of demographic. It's harder to sell that to advertisers, and therefore I haven't made a whole lot from my YouTube advertisements yet. And so if you want to support me but you can't do demographics, then I would really appreciate if you considered disabling your ad blocker while watching my channel. I would very much appreciate that. Yes, and if it is monthly, so it's going to be every 5th of the month that it gets pulled through. And thank you so much. My Liaden info, my Liaden account number, I think is 3892. I think. Let me look it up. I haven't. I just woke up like a few hours ago, so I haven't really had a chance to do all of my account stuff yet, especially because I was prioritizing Patreon. But let me just get that information for you. I think it's 35892 is my ID number. My line's name is Lisa Frank 2. My username is Melmir, And my ID number is 35892. Ayo, 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 ayo. Yeah. So we are a small community, but like I think that's like not a bad thing. I think that's like actually very good, because we understand each other very well. Like all the time I'm reading comments and I'm like, yes, this person gets me so much more than anyone I've ever met in real life. And so like I like having a small community. Farrar? Yes, I know how to pronounce that name. I knew somebody in school with the last name. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, so Lyoden gets like really complicated really quickly with keeping up with it, just because the more lines you have, the harder it is to keep up, which is just like a mess of a system. But things that I wanted to Colleen Farrar. No, I do not. I'm not familiar with Colleen Farrar. But anyways, so Patreon. I wanted to get you guys feedback on the rewards. So they start like really taking off, I think, at I think the $5 one is really good, where I name a pet after you. But I like want to know like what you guys would like to see as pledge rewards instead of like what I have. Also, completely irrelevant to live streaming, because this is a live stream right now, is when I reach $250 a month, I'm going to start doing 2-hour live streams instead of 1 hour. I know last week, or I guess like 2 weeks ago, my last live stream, this was like a big thing that everyone was asking for, and just like frankly, if I want to do YouTube videos and all of that important stuff that I can't do like longer than an hour, just because I have other things to attend to, but I would really like to do 2-hour live streams, and that would help me be able to like arrange for that. Did you happen to get the cats from the event? I did not. So I think on Flight Rising they're still for sale, right? They were just like discounted for a small period of time. I'm not super into buying apparel for my dragons, but I did like the cats. They're adorable. Yeah, I don't, especially when it comes to gems, I try to spend those more on specific things. But what, the cats? I did not. There they are. The Crazy Cat Dragon Starter Kit. Even though I think that it's adorable, I'm saving up to get a Sky Cat right now. So, well, saving up to get a Sky Cat in the sense that I haven't, found somebody yet. Do I like the Scottish Fold? Like, in general, I love Scottish Folds. They're adorable cats. The Scottish Fold apparel is cute as well. Looks great on the dragons. I would have to decide which one would go well with my dragons. Or a specific dragon that would accompany the apparel. That would be decorated with the apparel. Well, I'm just gonna do some... I hatched those dragons, didn't I? Okay, so we're gonna put another dragon pair on the nest. Totally lost track right there. But yeah, so what do you guys think of the Patreon rewards? What is a kind of reward that you would like to see that isn't listed there? Like, I was thinking about definitely doing something around the theme of showcases where I show off people's lairs in dedicated videos, but I didn't really know how to structure that in, or if that's even a thing people want. So, like 2 videos ago, I said that I was trying to get my old lair aesthetic back. I'm still working on that. That's like a very gradual thing because I introduced a bunch of dragons in, but they haven't bred yet. So it's like very gradual, but I definitely hatched a Codal yesterday that was like 100% aesthetic. So I'm definitely making progress on that. Yeah, so I also tend to focus on the breeding game of Flight Rising. Yeah, I do like customizing my dragons. It's just like a secondary activity. Like my primary activity is like breeding, leveling, and then after that, like further down the line is customizing my dragons. And hello there, Mandolin, Arnett. Welcome to the live stream. Let's Everall and Karen. Okay. There we go. And then there we go. Let's see what those babies would look like. Alright, well, it was great to see you. I hope that Toy Plus has a great day / World of Warcraft raid, right? What do I prefer, skins or accents? I prefer accents, just because skins take up the entire dragon image, and I'm not about that. But I also really like skin scents, which are like skins that operate more like accents. And ooh, I want this bottom left dragon to happen so hard. Okay, let's see what else we've got. This is a good pair. I think they're gonna produce some good things. I hope they produce some Codals because I have way too many Nocturnes. Sorry. Alright, I confused Shortys Gaming Hub for Toy Plus. Sorry about that. But yes, you are Shortys Gaming Hub is playing World of Warcraft, has raids at this time on Sundays, so it all works itself out. 5 a.m. Thank you, Bethy. Ooh, Bethy and I are going to be setting up a Leiden raffle. I'll probably make a movement on that today. She had some great ideas about what kind of items we should include in the raffle, so it's like themed properly. Yeah, so accents was the winner in accents versus skins. I have tons of skins. It's just hard for me to justify using them. What's going on my Facebook? Oh, hey, Jay Ferrara liked my Facebook page. Thanks. Sorry if that's creepy and that I shouldn't show off your stuff. But all right, let's go ahead and go back to this. Shortys Gaming Hug, what do you think of the Patreon rewards? How could I structure them better? You have the most say in all of this of all of the viewers right now. You and I are going to become very close friends now that you've pledged to my Patreon. Number one favorite, Shortys Gaming Hub. But anyways, yes, 3 eggs. Ooh, we have some chances to get a very good dragon there. All right, what do we have here? Mutant Canuck bought a Bog Snake Scroll for a random progen, so hopefully the eggs can merge with my progen family line. Ooh, I like that idea. I love family lines on Flight Rising. Second favorite. Oh, I really wish there was like a family line feature on Flight Rising. Wouldn't that just be the best? Like a site-generated family tree? I would love that. Moonlit Snowflake, now my friend. Ooh. Ooh, yes, completely. All right, let's see. From Being of Nature, we have a gift. Oh my god! It's the Scottish Fold, and shameless plug for Calardon. Is Calardon a dragon of yours? We're about to find out, and also I just got an adorable Scottish Fold apparel piece, so I will attach that to a dragon. Quick, everybody let me know which dragon I should apply it to. I guess Nor, because Nor is the clan leader in my clan. Oh. Oh dear. So Shortys Gaming Hug is still working on their Patreon. Oh really? You know, so whenever a person is doing something like a creative task or working on a project, you know, first of all, the hardest part is starting, right? Like, we all know that. And then the second hardest part is finishing. So, like, just, for me, it took me, I worked on this Patreon for, like, maybe a month. You know, asking people to proofread stuff, you know, looking at other Patreons to see what's out there. And, you know, frankly, you just publish it and then you can edit after. And getting it published is just so important because you can't start earning anything off of it until after you publish. So, I mean, like, I understand. I completely understand. In the world of Colorden, that is such a cute little logo. Okay, alright, following this. So, I recently set up a new Tumblr for, Pet Summer Julie. Actually, I just converted my old Clan Heart Tumblr into a general Pet Summer Julie Tumblr because it didn't, there wasn't a lot happening with Clan Heart, so I decided just to port it over, and so that's just where my new hub is for all of my pet sim content, because I always try to post my videos to Tumblr because that's a huge source of my views. So let's see. I'm Pet Summer Julie. So right now I'm following the development of Beast Eon, Cassaria, and I think those are the very few ones that haven't reached out to me yet that I'm following. And then, so, Colorden. And they had an update today. Okay. Is there a Facebook page? Not quite yet. The most important part is to just keep going. just make progress. So the thing about making YouTube videos is just to keep doing it. Like, you don't really need a schedule. The way I started off was just trying to remember to do it, and then I just have to do it. And having a schedule is good once you get started and you have subscribers. Yeah, but the hardest part is actually getting started and doing it, so that's what I recommend. If you want to go ahead and send me an email about Colorden to my juliebogllc@gmail.com email address, I would appreciate that so we can connect offline about Colorden. And not knowing what your channel is going to be about, yeah, like I could see that causing a little bit of disconnect. And I recommend making the videos that you want to watch. That's what I did on Flight Rising. So like nobody else was making the kinds of videos about Flight Rising that I wanted to watch, which is what led me to start making videos about Flight Rising. Oh, look. If I zoom in, does that work? Look at that little floof. That is so cute. I want a cat so much. Yeah, definitely. Oh, that is so cute. Okay, alright, there we go. Found their forever home on the clan leader's tail. Alright, so there we go. And do I think that familiar would play well with that cat? Yes, I do. I very much would like to get a cat in the future. That's a thing that Julie would like. And just got another Facebook like, yay! So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how much my Patreon rewards should be priced at. Like the lowest amount is $2, but also $1 would be nice. Check my Flight Rising inbox. Okay, doing it. Keep getting off track. What, my new Facebook banner? Oh, hey! Alright, so, hey there, Danmore. Thank you so much for the treasure. And let's go ahead and check out your dragons. Oh my god, does anybody else love the apparel from the most recent holiday? This apparel right here, it's so beautiful. And thank you for the positive reaction to the new Facebook page banner. I'm a huge fan of Vaporwave aesthetic, but also Retrowave is really good. And so there's a generator where you can make these, and I was just like, this is it. this is the new banner. I'm trying to, on the list of things to do is to develop new branding resources, including new banners and stuff like that for my pages. And why don't I offer familiars or apparel for Patreon rewards? Well, frankly, I don't know if that's allowed on Flight Rising, to sell items off-site. You know, I very well could do like some kind of weekly raffle that you're entered in by being a Patreon backer. However, you know, that would have to include other sites as well, and I have to get a little bit more used to the Patreon platform before I try to start doing like complicated gamification of the system like that. All the cycles. Apparel has been pretty awesome. Yes, especially that arcane cloak. Way too cool. Yeah, like the Starfall celebration. Top tier celebration. Absolute top tier. I'm really excited for these welcome weeks, and I like how they're placed evenly between holidays. I think that's like a great economic decision that Flight Rising is testing. I'm very interested in the registration being open, and yes, Riot of Rot apparel. Definitely excited for that. The Riot of Rot is a great holiday, and then after that, the Night of the Nocturne coming about again. But I don't know, do people still care about getting Gen 1 Nocturnes? Is that a thing that people still care about? Because Nocturnes are so common now. They're like so easily accessible. I think I want to switch into Plague in December, so I'm like, hoard for future dragons. Yeah, so I'm going to be switching to Ice very shortly, and when I do so, I just want to, you know, make sure that I have all the lightning-eyed dragons that I want. The main reason that I want to switch to Ice Flight is to have the eyes. Alright, so Mandolin just switched to Plague just for the Riot of Rot. Good choice. And then, yeah, a very good point that Mutant Canuck just pointed out that I had not considered, like very absent-mindedly, is that a Gen 1 is still a Gen 1, so people will very much want the Nocturnes. And that is such a good point, and I had actually never considered that before. But yeah, I guess people want them more for the fact that they're Gen 1s than for the fact that they are Nocturnes, and I don't know why that never occurred to me. What happens in the Nocturne event? First of all, hi Leon Gamer, how are you doing today? Are you going to be making any videos anytime soon? Anyways, the Nocturne event, it's like a way to get Nocturne eggs and Nocturne scrolls, but they also release other items every year as well, and it's a pretty pleasant event. And Dan said they really wish they would re-release Apparel and Familiars and such in December. And yes, I think that would be a good time to do such a thing if they were going to. Alright, it looks as though I have some items in my inbox. Let's see what's going on there. Yes! Dragon sold! I am trying to sell dragons. And so Junction is gone. Let's see. I think Junction was down here. Yes! Ooh, Junction is such a pretty dragon. Whoever got Junction, good job. Like, that is a beautiful dragon. Like, petals, butterfly, underbelly. Super pretty dragon. Gave me 2 very aesthetic babies. Let me show you Junction's offspring. This was yesterday that they hatched, and just incredibly pleased. Kayla, you got Junction? Very, very pretty dragon. I guess it was 2 days ago that they hatched. No, it was a day ago. It was yesterday. I was right. Here we go. Here they are. So Junction gave me this gray gloom orca boy. That's like a huge deal. Like, Codal boys are like my favorite. I love them. And this is just such a pretty dragon. Look at that orca underbelly. Orca is the best color. And then this one right here, which is iridescent shimmer underbelly. Alright, and then what else is going on? Yes. Alright, and then what was I going to do? Is everything still happening in the trading post? Things are still bubbling, right? Yeah, 5 minutes left. Alright, my internal clock is just like synced to micro activities. Bethy, we were not flight rising friends. What is with that? But yes, I also like white underbelly. I think it like has like such a crisp look. I love underbelly. Like, I think because it was like the best tertiary accent for like a really long time. That's why I like it. I mean, now I like really love glimmer. Ooh, wait a minute. Hold the phone. 2 crossroads? What's going on here? Let's see. We've got one from Angel 04. Stop it. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Angel 04. Very, very appreciated. And then we're going to go ahead and check out the other one pending. I'm, trying to keep better track of who sends me what because you guys are way too kind. And then we've got, what do we have going on here? All right, let's check it out. Just Treasure, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Like I said, I am trying to save up for a sky cat, and it's really daunting. It's like 300 real world dollars. Ugh. And I don't want to put any real money into that. You know, I want to do it all in the game. And so it's just so daunting. Like, sell everything type of daunting. Yeah, Spines is so subtle, and I like Spines. It's just a lot more rare, less dragons have it, I feel. Thank you so much for the drums. I appreciate it. Box snakes. So, their price is going to reduce pretty rapidly, just so you guys know if you want to breed with them. Definitely. What have I got going on here? All these notifications. Okay, back to the Coliseum. Yeah, so my username on Flight Rising is Raffle. And the reason why it's Raffle is because I initially wanted to host a lot of raffles because I saw that as a way to generate a lot of treasure. However, I haven't really kept up with it. I think I've conducted like 2 raffles, and that's not very many at all. Okay, Column Workshop. Let's level up some dragon, specifically Lubalin. Also, I never have it this big. I always reduce the size of the screen. There we go. Yeah, so I might try to do some kind of raffles. I wish there was a guild feature in Flight Rising, kind of like the clans in Liaden, because I think that's like a really great way to only contact the people that are relevant to what you want to do. Did I get the event familiar for last month? Yes, I did. So I always prioritize getting the event familiar because it's the most important thing. I used to buy a whole lot of surplus, but now I know that everyone does that, so I don't do that anymore because I'll just hoard them forever and never sell them. You know, I might raffle off a plague sprite or one of my surplus sprites, because I do have some surplus sprites, because it occurred to me that I should hoard those. So the bog snakes might plateau, but I think people are going to overbreed them just like they did with the Imperials and, you know, the Codals, and the price is going to drop pretty dramatically after month 2. So it will probably plateau, like, so the way, like, the price is pretty flat right now, and then it's going to decrease when the second generation dragons are born, and then it's going to plateau, and then it's going to decrease, and then after that point, it's going to pretty regularly decrease. I watched the Codal price decline. I like studied that pretty closely. Oh, geez, I had like a very in-depth spreadsheet that tracked on what days how much they cost in the auction house, and the price deprecated pretty regularly after the second generation came out. And yeah, so grinding up the dragons in Flight Rising is so annoying. Like, my strategy is just like one level a day for a dragon that you're trying to get to a higher level. I just got some kind of chest, so let's open that. Well, we'll redeem these first, and then we'll go ahead and head over to the chest. Yeah, so the price of the familiar, the event familiars now will go up eventually, but that depends on the longevity of Flight Rising, the website. Okay, and then we've got here, Monster Thing 2 wants to be my friend. Are you a new Flight Rising user? What? Alright. Oh my god! A Crystal Facet Circuit Dragon. He's beautiful! Thank you so much, Leon Gamer. You don't have to. This is too much. It's entirely too sweet. Aw, thank you. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and 20 gems? What? Thank you so much. You really don't have to. I appreciate that a lot. And what's the name? Mana is the name of the dragon. Yeah, so virtual economies are a very well-studied field, actually. That's actually kind of how I got... There's a lot of ways how I got into blogging about Flight Rising, but one of my inspirations was virtual economies. And so I've mentioned him before in my videos, but there is a scholar named Vili Ledornvita, and he studies virtual world economies from the perspective of a gamer. And so if you're like trying to develop a virtual economy and virtual item sales, for instance, this paper from 2009, I've read it. Virtual item sales as a revenue model, identifying attributes that drive purchase decisions. These kinds of studies are super important. He also has written, many books on this topic. So if you're trying to figure out, oh hey, game design is marketing, how game mechanics create demand for virtual goods, I've done a video about this. Like, if you're interested in developing a virtual game and the economy to support that virtual game, I strongly recommend doing some study into like StarCraft, EVE Online, and everything Vili Ledornvita has ever written, because it's A, fascinating to read about, and second of all, it's going to help you out in like a lot of ways. And Google Scholar is a great way to read everything. If you're in university, definitely use your EBSCO username to read everything. It's so important. And yeah, so the Coliseum, I understand, is a very pleasant experience for people with tablets, because like you could be like watching the TV and playing the game. But I don't own a tablet, so oh dear, I'm being told to check my Crossroads again. I guess I should get off my soapbox about how much I love Vili Ledornvita. Also, in like a little bit of news, I applied to have a panel at Anime St. Louis. So if any of you are in the Midwest flyover state area, Definitely mark that on your calendars. I haven't received a confirmation yet or anything like that. Okay, let's see. From DragonEel. Alright. Ooh. Hold on. So we've got Crystal Shimmer Gem Bond. Very, very, very pretty. And she's 2 weeks old. Ooh, I really like the new expanded color wheel colors. They're absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate her. I will move her into my den immediately. Alright, and then what was I doing? I think I was going through and bonding with familiars. Yeah, Kayla, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri originally. I now live in Brooklyn, New York City. I'm so trendy and cool. So I'm going to be, I know a good deal of the event staff for Anime St. Louis, and so I decided that if I'm going to try to make the leap into doing panels about virtual pet games, that I might want to start there, because it's like a good place to start. You know, I know people will show up because I know people who go to Anime St. Louis. So if you are in the area, I would appreciate you considering going. I will let you know as soon as possible if I'm accepted or not. Alright. And actually one of the Patreon rewards, I think the top one right now, because I don't really expect to ever reach this amount, is $500 per month. It's that I will go to one additional pop culture panel a year. And yeah, that would be in addition to Anime St. Louis. But I could do that in like Canada or wherever you guys are. So, you know, if you want that, we can make it happen. Or in the UK. I can go abroad. I have a passport. Yeah, definitely Mutant Canuck. Definitely. I think that virtual pet games are one of those things that we just talk about online, and having a presence at conventions is really important. Like, I know that Elemental Cove and Tattered Weave did the convention cycle recently. Tattered Weave attended so many cons and was promoting there, and I think that's just like a genius idea. Like, all kinds of games are at cons, so like virtual pet games should. So yeah, let's see. Durasha. I don't have nearly enough familiars for all of my dragons these days. 7 minutes remaining in the live stream today. Okay, and then immediately after this, I'm going to start filming my Patreon video. Thank you so much. And did I know that Clanheart might be getting Kieran's as a clan? So yeah, so Clanheart might be doing a lot of things if Clanheart ever opens. Shade. Can you guys hear that honking? That's a bit much. But yeah, so if Clanheart gets fully funded, there are going to be all kinds of additional species. And hey there, Milky Shaker. Yeah, like I just said, only going to be streaming for 7 more minutes. But yeah, Clanheart. 10 more want you all to add on Flyer Rising, so do so. Do so. DragonEel. DragonEel, is that the username? Clanheart, I have a lot of love for. You guys all know that. I've been on the Clanheart hype train for like, I don't know, over a year now. I think it was a year anniversary in September. And, you know, I still have a lot of hope for this game, and I really want to see it go to crowdfunding. You know, it's really easy to get held up on details, and you just have to, like, push through, you know, because people are going to lose interest after a while. And I've seen that happen with Clan Heart, and like I try to use it like as a cautionary tale for other game developers. It's like, listen, you got to get it in front of people, you got to keep it in front of people, you got to push through even if you experience some kind of difficulties. And I love Clan Heart. I think it's a perfectly good game. I think the structure's all there. It just has to be delivered. And that's the holdup. And I cover a lot of virtual pet games, and this one I think has so much promise, and I would really like to see something more happen with it. But am I excited for Pokemon Sun and Moon? Yes. I am a huge Pokemon fan. I love the Pokemon, and I am looking forward to Alola very much. I really like the different forms of Pokemon evolutions, like with the Vulpix. Was Vulpix or was it Eevee? I don't know. Speaking of which, the Elemental Cove creator is raising funds through Etsy, and they have a Alola evolution Pokemon for sale on their Etsy. Yes, but I love Pokemon. Pokemon is a good fan of mine. What? Everyone's sending me Crossroads now. Guys, what? What is this? Ooh, something I was thinking about doing on my Patreon is listing out how much what are you guys doing? Alright, okay, alright. We'll just go through these one by one. Thank you so much. Hi there, Crystal. Welcome. And do I have a male wild claw stud? I would have to look through. Oh, what? Aw, thank you so much. And it's just like a little goodie bag. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It'll help me with my Baldwin's brewing. Alright, and then moving on, monster thing, to delivery package. Oh, alright. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Is this all of your Flight Rising earnings? Like, you really shouldn't, but I'll accept it because saving up for stuff. Thank you very much, Monster Thing 2. And then this is just a dragon, but it looks like a really, I love Guardians. Guardians are beautiful dragons. And this one has bar, toxin, smoke. And the smoke is blends in so well. Do you see that? I'll stop getting super close to the camera. Thank you so much. Little lightning colored plague babe. Completely, yes. So lightning toned. Okay, and then go back. We have this, which is a dragon and a little gift. Oh my gosh, so cute. And so this is an iridescent facet Okapi. So I love the Orca facet / iridescent or crystal facet, because it's just so different than all of the other colors. Like, it's so bold, and this is a very beautiful dragon. Thank you for Moonlight. I very much appreciate them. How should I start on Flight Rising or on what? Oh, and thank you, Monster Thing 2. Thank you very much. So, Nature Shadow, I think the Elemental Cove dev, the way that they're approaching it is they're making little bat plushies. So if you could find some kind of way to tie dinosaurs into something that you could create and then sell, that would be a great way to fund your game development. And then, so this is Crystals. Oh, I love Sky Dancers. Iridescent Shimmer Underbelly. Boy, Sky Dancer. Thank you very much. I appreciate him and the donation to my clan. Thank you very much. And we've got, do I have a stream schedule, and if so, what is it? Every Sunday for an hour at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, pretty much. I missed the last 2 weeks, but I try to stick to Sundays in the afternoon. And I made a basics video, right? Yes, I did a basic run-through of getting started on Fly Rising. I'm going to make a new one shortly, you know, in the eventual future. I haven't gotten around to it yet. Alright, and see what flight background you might like to. You know, all of the flights are on the inside, you know, pretty much similar in my opinion, so I wouldn't recommend sweating it too much, and then you could always change after a few months if you don't like it. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Bethy. I love the eye apparel. Let's try it on a bog's neck. Oh, so unamused. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Okay, all right, so it is officially 3 p.m. and it is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you have any kinds of comments or criticisms for my Patreon, let me know. I'm going to be working on that video this afternoon, and I just wanted to run it by you guys first. All right, I do not have any bog snakes yet. I'm going to be peacing out. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you guys shortly. All right, okay.